Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So this is the second video in my Smart Bytes series, and in this video I'm going to be talking about integrations, devices and entities in Home Assistant. So kind of giving you a bit of a grounding on that, all hopefully within 5 minutes or so. So without further ado, let's jump straight in with integrations. What are integrations? Well, first of all, I think it's quite a technical term, integrations. Certainly if you're new to Home Assistant, then this is probably one of the confusing areas. So integrations are effectively, one way of looking at it is kind of like the building blocks, how you communicate with all the devices, how you communicate with the manufacturers, using their services in order to, pull things into your smart home. So whether that is using an integration for Waze, for a traffic service, to be able to get an idea of how long a journey is going to take, or whether you're using the speed test .net integration to find out how quick your broadband speed is. These are all integrations, and obviously for most people, coming and trying to set up a smart home, the integrations that are probably most relevant to many people are to do with your devices, your smart devices, your light bulbs, your doorbells, your security cameras, all those kinds of things. And in Home Assistant there are many integrations already built in that enable you to get those devices set up on your smart home very quickly. So to get a integration set up in Home Assistant, so you go to your settings, and there's an option which has got integrations and devices and entities and helpers there. So you go into that, and you can see I've got lots of integrations already set up. Behind those integrations will be a lot of devices, and to add an integration I just simply click on the add integration button in the bottom corner, and then I have a list of available integrations that are already as it were pre-packaged in Home Assistant. I can just search for ones there. A common one that a lot of people will probably look for is probably Philips Hue. So if we search for Philips, we've got Hue as an option, and then you can configure what the IP address is of the Philips Hue hub gateway that you want to add to that. Likewise, Tuya is quite a common one. People have got Tuya light bulbs and door sensors and things like that. Same kind of thing. You've actually got very explicit instructions on the screen of what to go and do when you want to add an integration. So they're the kind of like the pre-packaged ones, as it were, within Home Assistant. Now there's an awful lot more that are developed by the Home Assistant community, and there is an add-in piece of functionality that you can put into Home Assistant called Hacks, which is the Home Assistant community store, and that's a bit beyond this video. I've actually done a video on Hacks in just kind of my general videos on the channel, but with that you can you can see there's a huge list of them here, and I have a lot of integrations from Hacks that are installed in my Home Assistant instance. So the next step after adding your integrations is to add and configure your devices, and that's fairly self-explanatory. I think we would know all of our products that we buy, our smart products, the bulbs, the switches, etc., as being devices. Now in Home Assistant, if you've got kind of like a supported device, then it will automatically be discovered if everything else is set up okay, and you'll just click on a few buttons and it will be added to your Home Assistant instance. If it's not something that is discovered, then you will need to add it to your integration. So same kind of process as the integrations. You go to your settings, your integrations, devices, entities option, and if we take, for example, SwitchBot, so I've got a number of SwitchBot devices set up, and if I click on this option here, you can see it's actually discovered a door lock, the Lock Pro. I can click on that and you know, I can add that to the SwitchBot integration on Home Assistant. You know, other items, for example, like Sonoff, you know, I can connect it onto my Earlink account, and you know, it will then bring back the devices that are configured there. So all the integrations and devices, device adding, you know, they all work slightly differently if they're not automatically discovered, but you are always prompted on the screen, you know, for the information that it actually needs in order to get those devices set up and configured correctly. And finally, entities. Think of this as being the properties of a device. So, you know, if you've got a temperature sensor, for example, then the properties of that, you know, what the current temperature is, if it detects humidity levels, what the humidity is. You might have a property for the battery level of that temperature sensor. So they're all entities, and you know, as before, you follow through to the same area of Home Assistant, and you can see here I've got an awful lot of entities for my devices. You know, there's like over 1,000 entities there. But if I just pull up, for example, an Aqara switch, and you know, just search for that, then you can see these are the entities that are specific to that particular switch. Now, you know, I can go and do things with those entities. You know, I can you know, put those into automations. I can put that information on the screen, on cards, on the dashboards. You know, I can do all kinds of things, put them in templates within Home Assistant. So that's what entities are, really quite straightforward. You know, once you get to understand, really, they're not really super technical at the end of the day. So there you go. That is episode 2 of my Smart Bytes series. That is integrations, devices, and entities. You know, if you've got any questions about this, you know, drop them down below in the comments. I'll try and answer those, or maybe somebody else will as well. It's a friendly place around here. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Certainly, you know, if you want to follow the series, you'll definitely want to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get informed when the next episode drops on the channel. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.